the end of the world. Yes. And it's man versus machine. Guess who won? Not man. The machines have won, and life goes on, but not as we know it. The last man on Earth, who's this brilliant scientist, has decided to create life, or should I say transpose life, into his new creations. There are 9 of them, hence the title of the film, 9. Also, 9 is also the name of one of the characters, because each creation is named after a number. So, just to let you know that. Well, these creations, it is now their turn to save the world. 9 little ragmen against a world of ruthless machines. That's basically the plot, because I don't want to give too much away, because I know you guys want to see this. But first off, just to let you know, this is an animated film, but it is rated PG-13. And there is a reason why it is PG-13. Do not take your little kids to see this. I guarantee you they will have nightmares. I'm sure I will have some nightmares with some of the things that were in this film. Actually, I think there was one creature that was in my nightmare not long ago. Yeah, it's kind of freaky. There's a lot of death, a lot of violence, and not bloody violence, but they could get away with it because these creatures don't have flesh and blood. They have stitching and stuffing. But it's violent nonetheless. So, just a little heads up for that. Let me go ahead and talk about the characters. Like I said, each one of them is named after a number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Unfortunately, 3 and 4 don't have voices. So let me go over the list of the voice actors for you. Number 1 was played by Christopher Plummer. Number 2, played by Martin Landau. Number 5, John C. Reilly. Number 6, Crispin Glover. Number 7, Jennifer Connelly. Number 8, Fred Tascatore. I know I just botched that and I apologize. And number 9, Elijah Wood. I don't want to go through all the characters individually because they need to be grouped up as a whole. Each number has their certain role in the group. Like number 1 is the leader, number 2 is the old guy, number 3 and 4, again, they were twins, they didn't have speaking roles, but they still had their part as researchers. Number 5 was the unlucky hero. Number 6 was the nervous, out of place wallflower. Number 7, the ultimate heroine. Number 8, the brawny big bodyguard. And number 9, the new guy with all the answers. Each character individually was well written, but I can't say too much for the voice work. Yes, these big names like Elijah Wood and Jennifer Connelly, John C. Reilly, they probably help fill the seats in the theater. And they're good actors. But good actors don't always make good voice actors. They seemed a little too monotone. They needed more dramatics and more fluctuations in their vocal range. It just seemed a little too flat for me. Unfortunately, Hollywood thinks they need to have big names in these animations when there are tons and tons of talented voice actors out there. I really think Hollywood needs to step aside from the big Hollywood stars and actually get some good talent in there. I just came back from a convention with several people with voice talent. Give them a shot. Give them their break, Hollywood. Give them the chance. Put them on the map. Basically, because it's an animated film, I can't go into much production about wardrobe and makeup and stuff. But let me just tell you, since it is an animated film, I'll just go into the animation. This movie was beautifully animated to the point where it felt so real, very lifelike. You could stare into the stitches of these little characters and you're just like, oh, you could just reach out and grab these little dolls and you're thinking to yourself, this has to be real. Unfortunately, there were some animation errors. Something that the director and the producers and the people that worked on this film should have caught but didn't. Most of them had to deal with the light source. They had like this little, I'm not giving anything away, so don't worry. They have this little light bulb that they carry for their light, of course. But it goes on and off when it's not supposed to be, like it's on when it's supposed to be off and off when it's supposed to be on. Just like the little details of that I notice. I don't know if anyone else does, but and unfortunately it is Tim Burton. Unfortunately it's Tim Burton. He does a great job, but he does tend to rush his movies at the end. And like I said, this animation was awesome at the beginning. It felt real, but once you get to the end of the film, you notice that it is an animated film. It was just like, ugh. The production company got sick of it. They're just like, okay, we just need to get this over with. Okay, today is September 9th, 2009. 999. Movie 9. Of course it has to come out today. And I think they rushed it just to get it out on this date. Even if they waited a month and put a little more effort into the animation at the end, it would have been that much better. And that's basically what I could say about that. Now for the high-low. Okay. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes. Hi. The details and the background and the foreground, all the inanimate objects felt real. Especially when the characters use these inanimate objects, you're just like, oh, wow. You felt like it was attached to them. It was a part of the characters. Although, this was the biggest, sorry, the biggest low for me was the timeline. I couldn't really comprehend when this was supposed to be. It was set post-apocalyptic era, but at the beginning they were showing this the scientist working, and he's already old at this, but it was during World War II, so I could pretend that it was a parallel universe, but they didn't specify that either. So is it post-apocalyptic? Is it World War II? Is it another world? That was my biggest gripe with the movie, was the whole timeline. It didn't make sense. It was out of place. But anyways, hi, number 8. He gets a euphoric high in the most unique way. And I have to give kudos to the writers for thinking up that. Again, he uses an everyday object to get this sensation, to get this, ooh, I can't tell what it is, but it's very creative and very funny. Low. Background story. If I felt something else was missing in this story, was the background stories. We see number 9. He's the last one to get created. We see his background story and his relationship with the scientist. Unfortunately, 1 through 8, we have no clue how they came to be. We don't know their history. We don't know even how they came about to learn and be creative and how they became their individual personalities. I would have loved to have known that. I would have loved to have known, ooh, what were these creatures like beforehand? Overall, that is the movie. It's a quick review, hopefully. I could tell this film is going to be a cult classic, but unlike cult classics, they are not meant for the big screen. I did enjoy this film. It did give me some chills and thrills, and I even jumped out of my seat a few times. But but this is more for something for a group of people to sit around the TV on a cold winter night when it's raining outside and there's a lot of thunder. So enjoy this when it comes out on DVD. And until next time, I'll see you at the movies. Bye-bye.